Ethan didn't open the envelope that night. He kept it tucked inside the backpack, pressed flat against his back as he walked, like if he ignored it long enough, it would disappear. Hope had a way of making promises it couldn't keep, and he'd learned not to trust promises. The bus stop was crowded. People stood shoulder to shoulder, complaining about the cold, checking their phones, leaning into each other for warmth. Ethan stood apart, the backpack slung over one shoulder, his eyes fixed on the ground. A man glanced at him, then at the backpack. "Nice bag," the man muttered, not kindly. Ethan tightened his grip. "Don't touch it." The man scoffed and turned away, but Ethan's pulse stayed high. Nice things made you a target. Nice things got stolen. Nice things never lasted. When the bus arrived, Ethan almost didn't get on. The shelter was in the opposite direction of his usual spots. New places meant new rules, new people, new ways to get disappointed. He stepped on anyway. The bus rattled through the city, streetlights flashing past the windows. Ethan took a seat in the back and finally, reluctantly, opened the envelope. The note was handwritten. "Ethan. I don't know everything you've been through, but I know this: people don't end up on the streets because they're weak. They end up there because they ran out of chances. You deserve another one. If you walk through that door, it doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're brave enough to try again." His vision blurred. He folded the paper quickly, like someone might see. "Get it together," he whispered to himself. The bus stopped 2 blocks from the outreach center. Ethan got off and stood on the sidewalk, staring at the building across the street. It didn't look like a miracle. It looked ordinary. Brick walls. Faded sign. Lights on inside. He crossed the street. Then stopped. A group of teens stood near the entrance, laughing. Clean clothes. Backpacks like his, but newer, fuller. They looked normal. Ethan turned away. Ethan turned away. "Figures," he muttered. He walked 3 blocks before stopping again. His stomach growled. His hands were shaking. The night air felt colder than before. He turned around. The door buzzed when he pressed it. A woman behind a desk looked up. "Yes. I was told to come here," Ethan said. His voice cracked. "Maybe." She smiled gently. "You're in the right place. What's your name?" He hesitated. "Ethan." "Come on in, Ethan. I'm Maria." The door clicked open. Warm air wrapped around him, and for a second, his legs felt weak. Inside, it was louder than he expected. Voices. A TV somewhere. Someone laughing too hard. Someone arguing quietly. Maria handed him a clipboard. "We'll just ask a few questions." Questions turned into forms. Forms turned into waiting. Ethan sat in a chair, clutching the backpack, every muscle tense, ready to bolt. A man approached him. Mid-30s. Calm voice. "I'm Daniel. Staff here." Ethan nodded, wary. "First time?" "Yeah." Daniel sat across from him. "You can leave any time." That caught Ethan off guard. "What?" "No one's forcing you to stay. You choose." Ethan swallowed. "Okay. You hungry?" "Yes," Ethan said immediately, then winced. Daniel smiled. "Good. That makes this easy." The food wasn't fancy. Soup. Bread. Something warm. Ethan ate too fast, then slowed, embarrassed. "You don't have to rush," Daniel said. "There's more." Ethan didn't answer. He just kept eating. That night, he slept on a real bed. Thin mattress. Scratchy blanket. But it was inside. Safe. Quiet. He didn't sleep much. Every sound made him sit up. Every shadow felt like it was waiting to take something from him. Morning came anyway. The days blurred together after that. Meetings. Rules. Curfews. School paperwork. Job training sign-ups. Ethan hated structure. Hated being told when to eat, when to sleep, when to talk. One afternoon, he snapped. "I don't need this," he told Maria. "I was fine before." Maria didn't raise her voice. "You were surviving. There's a difference. You don't know me." She met his glare. "No. But I know fear when I see it." He stormed out, backpack over his shoulder, heart racing. He didn't get far. 2 blocks away, he stopped. Sat on a curb. Put his head in his hands. "I don't know how to do this," he whispered. That night, he came back. Weeks passed. Ethan started going to school again. He worked part-time at a car wash. His hands cracked and bled, but he didn't care. It was his money. He kept Lena's letter in his wallet. Read it when things got hard. One evening, he asked Maria, "Do you know a woman named Lena? She volunteers." Maria froze for half a second. "Why?" "She helped me. Gave me a backpack." Maria nodded slowly. "She hasn't been around lately. Is she okay?" "I think so," Maria said. "She just comes and goes." Ethan nodded, satisfied enough. Months turned into years. Ethan graduated. Got a better job. Moved into transitional housing. Then his own place. On his 22nd birthday, he came back to the center as a volunteer. Daniel clapped him on the shoulder. "Look at you." Ethan smiled. "I'm just passing it on." He packed a backpack. Water. Food. Socks. Hoodie. Then he hesitated, pulled out a pen, and wrote a note. "If you're reading this, it means someone saw you. That matters more than you think." He slid the note into the bag. As he zipped it closed, Maria called his name. "Ethan. Can you come here for a moment?" Her face was serious. Something in his chest tightened. If you're still with this story, make sure you subscribe, because what Ethan is about to learn changes how everything before this looks.